It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Well, even with all the buildings around... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action, Garoppolo. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A good running there by Jacobs on 1st down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 132 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Hands it off out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6. And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 43. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Raiders! O.J. Howard, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in primetime. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert off of play action. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with a visit.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert. It in, it's Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw again on second down. Herbert steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Garoppolo on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
Still first
It's
down.
real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, Jacobs once more. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, it's Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Herbert back to the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Well, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Garoppolo. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's third down. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. Catch. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that.
After review of the play,
that challenge
ruling on the
not
field
successful
stands.
there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jacobs. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Herbert. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. To the air again, Herbert. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown Brown. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. Room here to run. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Touchdown, Raiders! Jacoby Myers, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert on 1st down now. There's your top target. Johnson hauls in another catch. The Chargers a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.